Hello, everybody, and welcome to another very exciting edition of Natural 20 Hot, for which we are so grateful that you've decided to join us here on this Wednesday evening. We could think of a lot of other places that you might want to be, but no other place that we'd like to be other than here with our pals playing Dungeons and Dragons together. It's what we love the most, it's what I look forward to, and we're so grateful that you've decided to be here with us and share in that joy. If you are joining us for the first time, we are Nat20Hot. We're a group of friends that like to play Dungeons and Dragons together. We've been doing this for years now. In fact, you can check out the entirety of our first campaign on our YouTube channel at youtube.com/ampersand. No, yeah, that's an ampersand. At Nat20Hot. It's not. What's the A sound? Yeah, what's the A? At? Just at? It's the at sign at Nat20Hot. And you can catch up on most of our first campaign taking place in a homebrew universe known as Yusan. Here we find ourselves in campaign 2, set tens of thousands of years earlier upon the astral sea, at the forefront of creation, and long before any of the worlds that we knew in our previous campaign existed, but the foundations and roots of them were beginning. And so, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. Because in the last time out, troubled by the amount of X's on this godforsaken rock, Rat decided to take this party on a job that would get them as far away from the Rock of Brawl as possible. Rat investigated the job board and met with a peculiar individual that offered them a job to escort 15 temperature controlled boxes across the astral sea to the free city of Raya. Sorry, 12, not 15, 12. Um, 12, not 15. The boxes were loaded up into the cargo hold of the Ratmobile, and Rat did manage to encourage Kiki, one of his former paramours and a person who had joined them on their most recent mission, to come along on the journey for a handsome payday and some alone time with Rat. The party set sail, aware that a trip to Raya would typically take about a week. But as Blue took to watching the crates, which were sealed with iron bars and peculiar runes, she began to hear even more peculiar sounds and whispers coming from within them, which Rat took with great concern, choosing to accelerate the Ratmobile dangerously so to shave some time off of the journey down to 3 days. Freya also masterfully created a brick of nitrogen with her Song of Creation, with which to cool the boxes from thawing any further. While the group spent time upon the vessel, they also managed to bond, with Blue and Freya braiding one another's hair and chatting with Argus, and ultimately dispelling some of the tough vibes that had begun to develop, at least between some of them. Elsewhere, the vibes got even more toxic, as Kiki's presence began to drive a wedge between Rat and Freya and their relatively nascent relationship. This was pushed to new heights when Rat and Kiki took up in Rat's bed together, just in time for a mind storm, a astral sea phenomenon which took over the ship and forced all of the party members to deal with visions of their own inner workings and deepest thoughts. After reckoning with the fact that maybe they weren't being fully honest with themselves, the party did decide to be more honest with one another, with Rat and Blue deciding to spill the beans on Blue's affliction of multiple personalities and the artifact on her wrist, which causes them. Blue made some mac and cheese to decompress after the party was unable to learn anything more about the watch tan that she has that provides her with these multiple personalities. Um, and ultimately agreed to continue investigating into the origins of the peculiar jewelry that has seemingly become part of her own skin. And that is where we find ourselves, about a day and a half into your 3 day journey, sailing across the astral sea, en route to Raya, with 12 nondescript cold boxes in the cargo hold, currently being cooled by a brick of nitrogen. What would you like to do? I actually say it's probably like a day. Sorry, it's like a day and 3/4. You're all preparing to go back to bed for the second night. Okay. Okay. Anybody else doing anything? So I'll say we've kind of like picked up right after the mac and cheese date in the kitchen, with Rat returning to his bed with Kiki, and the rest of you kind of having the beds to yourselves to kind of see to the rest of your chores. Blue says a quick prayer over the crates in the cargo hold, and then kind of sets up to sleep just above it. I'll say that you guys take your long rest and awake on the third day, with the opportunity to go and right, risen, um, and have the opportunity to go down uh, and have the opportunity to go down and reset your nitrogen cube, Freya. So as you kind of open up the cargo hold, there's almost like a hiss of like cold air, and it looks like steam, but it's cool as it passes over your hands. Blue, as you open up the cargo hold, as the brick of nitrogen has started to dissipate, but there's a lot of frost that is built up in the cargo hold, given how cold that you have afforded it to be down there. Okay, make a perception check. Yes. As you press your ear up again, against the. Have you removed the canvas from the crates so that you can get as close as possible to it? Okay. Okay. Yeah. So the box is very cold, and like you can tell if the nitrogen has started to kind of like crystallize, like form like crystals around the corner, and you kind of press your ear up against it very gingerly, as it is quite cool to the touch. But what you hear is the same kind of rhythmic chanting of the prayer, but unlike the prayer that you recognized to begin with, it is now the prayer that you have been saying to the boxes. It is an echo of what you have been saying to the box versus what you had originally heard when you first heard the chanting. As you kind of pat on it and chant the same, you pat, and I'll say with a 14 perception, you do notice the runes glow pretty brightly, as you kind of join and pat on the crate. To be fair, you don't really leave because the cargo hold is the entrance is in the crew quarters where you all are staying. So Argus, you're kind of like oh, waking up to this, and the blue just kind of like awkwardly shimmies past Freya and knocks on Rat's door. Oh wait, hold on one second. Your audio dropped for a sec. Yeah, just on my end. You're good though. Say something now. There we go.
Yeah. Can I draw the rune out for Argus while I'm waiting for Rat to
Why don't
do
you
whatever?
get Rat and then the four of us can just go down there and you can do it again.
Okay. Rat.
Yeah, I come out pretty quick after she calls me. Yeah, what's up?
The runes were glowing. May or may not have been as a source because of me touching it, but they were glowing. And also,
What runes?
On the boxes, on the 12 nondescript cold boxes.
Why do you keep going down there?
Because
stop fucking with it?
Well, there's something in there praying, so I was giving it a little prayer.
You don't egg on the fucking thing we don't understand. You leave it the fuck alone. We're just trying to get to a. It's cool.
Rat, you hear from behind you. Calm down, darling. Oh my god. She's just trying to help. As Kiki like throws on a robe really late, like as she exits. Like you see a whole lot as she throws the
I've seen it
robe
before
on.
by accident.
Yes.
The Lord guy. Nice.
Oh, nice.
Can I be like, hey, Kiki's sick tits?
They're all right.
Chris, what's all right mean?
Not quite but I'm sure we have. Yeah.
I'm not
Describe it in detail, Chris.
Go on, judge women's bodies.
No, I don't do that. So what are you guys doing?
We're gonna go. I'm gonna show Rat the boxes. I didn't break anything.
What's the big problem, Rat? She's just making sure that nothing bad's going on. We agreed that this is kind of an odd job.
I told you
Okay,
this.
well, you're acting a little nonchalant about it now. It's kind of freaking me out.
Leave my food alone.
Hi.
I asked you to check on it. I didn't ask you to, pray with it.
I was checking on it and it was praying, so I was gonna pray with it.
Is this conversation happening in front of all of us?
Yeah, you're in the crew quarters.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just look at Rat and go, it's pretty rich that you're lecturing her about fucking with the boxes when you were picking up dead rats and talking to them through a psychic connection like last week.
The
rats weren't
not
like
even last week. That was
cargo.
like 3 days ago. She's very right about that, Rat.
Wasn't precious cargo.
No, it was just potentially lethal.
I don't give a fuck about my own life. I give a fuck about money.
They're also fucking rats, and they're not gonna like
I care about
potentially
your
like
life.
wake up and kill us or.
I'm not
I don't know if you saw those rats. Oh, Argus, you didn't see the rats. That's right, you weren't there. Their heads were split open, and they were like zombie rats, and they were also psychic. So
they're still kind of cute. Aside from that,
that does change things.
It was pretty fucked up. I digress.
Can Argus canonically be eating fried chicken during this entire thing?
Fried chicken was invented in Scotland, if rumors are to be believed.
We better look at these fucking runes. Argus, you want to come down here?
So yeah, I'm gonna like grab as many blankets and things I can wrap around me as possible.
He's a
Is
cozy
it-
boy.
So canonical that Argus needs to be cozy.
He's a cozy boy.
Yeah.
He's not a Yeti.
All right.
Yeah. Too cold.
You all head downstairs. The morning on in realm space is dark and endless and pretty quiet. But as you kind of step downstairs, Rat, you see just what the nitrogen has done to your cargo hold. There's like frost sheets on the wall and uneven slabs. Your breath is kind of fogging up in front of you from something very cold, and you kind of like you see the six boxes on either side of your ship, and then you look over and you go, ah! As you see like all of your old dry storage that you've had in the cargo hold is like crystallized and frozen over from how cold the nitrogen just made your cargo hold. So a little concerning, but for the most part, um, yeah, nothing crazy. The four of
Worth
you
it.
can make a perception check as you get into the space.
1.
11.
10.
Uh, Blue, you can see the runes actually starting to glow through the canvas on the box that you've been spending the most time with.
Right there, right there. See it? See it?
Yeah.
We're gonna do wizard things and roll Arcana.
Okay.
18.
If I rolled Arcana as well to help out and got a 19, would that be good?
So the way that we'll do like multiple rolls in this case is like you can provide the help action to provide advantage. So if you want to
Mhm.
explain how you're helping Argus, he can roll again and take the higher of the two numbers.
I'm just reading them out loud, or I don't know.
Yeah, I mean
I'm
they're
describing
arcane
them as he's
runes.
looking at them.
Yeah.
I don't have anything
You're pointing
clear.
out the little details.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll again, Argus, and we can use the higher number.
Still 18.
Okay. I would say you have a pretty good grasp on most of what this like formation is doing. So you've taken the canvas off of the box and you're kind of scanning it top to bottom and seeing how it all lays out. You have a sense that like there's definitely some simple ones here designed to keep the box cold. On this particular box in question, they are kind of I can't think of a better way to say it, but that won't make you guys laugh. They're kind of rubbed out, and that might be what has been causing some of the issues with this particular box, where the cold runes are not doing like what they would have expected them to do, and so that whatever you've been doing with the nitrogen is probably a good call. Um, you don't necessarily know exactly what is happening with the rest of them, but you are clearly well aware that they belong to the school of chronomancy. So this is time magic.
I know.
And what did you say?
I said I know.
um, and so it's kind of like three sets. So you see like the cold set, a chronomancy set that you're like, why is this here? And the other is done to like increase the strength of the box itself. They are like wards to actually keep it sealed and would need to be dispelled in order for it to be opened. With your 18, you are able to see that perhaps the box has gotten too cold, and those runes are starting to be like the wood is starting to kind of crack and fray in areas where those runes are, which might be harming that enchantment as well.
Chris, I have
Right,
something
so-
I would like to do.
Give me just a minute for Argus to, yeah.
So, I think we need to lay off the nitrogen for a minute. Maybe keep the door open. I think it's got a lot too cold.
Well, now it's too cold.
But also maybe don't tap on it anymore
Okay.
or like touch it.
Okay.
And the whole chanting thing is spooky.
Not
So don't do that
chanting.
anymore.
It's not spooky.
It's
a little
spooky. It's
A little
spooky.
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 So, Freya,
I'm actually gonna hold my tongue for now.
Okay.
So lay off the nitrogen and everything's fine.
Seems like it. I mean, I don't know what all of these mean. Hold on one second. That's
No, tell him you're shitting your brains out or something.
You don't
Tell
use
me
your
if food
mouth when you
poisoning.
shit your brains out.
I will also be. I might also take a little 5-minute break.
All right, we'll take a
I'll
short
stay
break.
here. Oh.
And we're back. Okay. You're in the cargo hold.
I think we're heading back upstairs, right?
Yeah.
All right.
I think it's probably best we just leave those boxes alone. Is there a way
Yeah,
we
look.
can monitor them from out here?
We got another day left. I'm sure they'll last till then. Then it'll be
I
somebody
mean,
else's fucking problem.
if Frey can make me like a heating pad, I can keep an eye on them. And I won't touch them, I swear.
I
You
think
want
we
me to
just
make you a heating pad like your little cat or something?
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. It's kind. I mean, it's cute to think about.
Oh, it sounded condescending.
It
No,
did.
no, 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 no. I didn't mean it condescending. I'm sorry. It's just
I mean,
it's
I
like
kind of.
funny to think about. You like little curled up down there on a little warm little thing,
Like maybe
surrounded
with some
by
soup.
12 nondescript cold crates.
Yeah, that are just like whispering to me and stuff. But I would also have soup.
Well, mac and cheese soup.
I
I
could
think
also
we
make
just
some
open
soup.
up the door and let it, air out a little bit.
But then would it get too warm?
I don't know.
Argus
Okay.
knows magic.
How about we
Think
let
about it.
them we let them warm up a little bit, and then I'll make half as
Okay.
much nitrogen the next time I do it.
Argus, you're in charge of controlling the temperature, making sure it's all good.
Got it.
Blue, I relieve you of your duty. You're just a mac and cheese girl now.
Oh, we're getting fired.
Yeah.
Only woman in the kitchen, or only woman in the party go to the kitchen.
It's because I'm a woman, right?
Also, not the only woman in a party.
guess.
I'm also here.
Yeah, there's 3 of us.
Being a stacked diva, don't mind me.
Okay. As
It's
the
impossible to ignore. They're huge.
as the day progresses, I will have Rat as captain of the ship. Roll a d6.
I'm making cookies.
4. Like
We're gonna have
involved.
another mind freak.
By
He's jazzed about it,
2.
so.
No. As you all sail along, Rat, make a perception check.
10.
It takes you a while. You are kind of like Kiki has decided to spend the day topside, like kind of organizing some of the stuff. Not quite topside, but like in the storage room that you have that connects the top deck to the underbelly of the ship, and is organizing some of the things in there. And you're kind of like sitting in there, watching her do her stuff, flirting with her. And because you are distracted, it takes you a bit of time to start to notice that the Ratmobile is not going nearly as fast as you thought it would be. And as you're kind of sitting there, schmoozing and whatnot, all of a sudden you hear like the creaking bones of your ship a little bit more loudly than you typically do, where it is becoming more and more apparent that you're not going at the rate that you would traditionally think. How do you respond?
Something going on. I'm just gonna go. Kiki, I'm gonna go check on the engine real quick. We have slowed down considerably.
Okay. You head to the engine room, and as you venture in, you can see that upon first glance, everything is working as expected. There is a lot of strain in this room, where you can see the levers that you deal with are like all the original position that you left them, and the one that controls your speed, like the middle piece, is right where it is, and it's like shaking, and that's what's causing the ship to creak and shake. Um, and I'll have you. You can make an Arcana check with advantage based on your history of sailing to potentially understand what's going on.
7.
Yeah, you don't really have a solid handle on what could be happening right now.
I'm gonna take the speed thing, and much like I would do when jiggling like a door handle, if it's not working correctly, I'm just gonna kind of go do like a
Okay.
and hope that fixes it.
Make a Constitution saving. Well, first, in order to do that while in motion, you have to make a Dexterity check. Because you're moving at a pretty high speed and you're messing with it mid-flight, you would be aware that this is a difficult check. And then I'll have you make depending on your success, make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, my dex is 22.
Okay. So you can make a Constitution saving throw with relative ease.
Okay. 19.
Okay. Yeah, you grab your big heavy wrench, stick it onto the lever in question, and jam it back and forth, jam it forward, jam it back, push it forward, and you can feel the strain. And the rest of you on the ship do also feel the ship lurch forward, back, forward, back. And Rat, you are keenly aware of the fact that as you slow down the ship, it does get more maneuverable and easier. The strain is not on the vessel anymore. It's only when you go very fast that things are. Um, it's like something is preventing your ship from going fast.
Okay. For now, then I'm gonna put it down to a brisk medium speed.
Okay. There is still a fair amount of strain and shaking happening in the vessel.
But I okay. Is it actively affecting my speed? Like, am I going as fast as I would
No, you are not.
if I was?
You can see that there's a certain point when you're going back and forth that you no longer go faster.
Okay, I'll just take it back to whatever that point is. I'll just kind of like feel it out when things
Okay,
feel normal again.
got it.
And then I'm gonna go kind of topside, and I'm gonna, I don't know, look around in space and see if there's anything that might be affecting the ship.
Sure. As you head topside, you kind of like walk out. You walk past Kiki, and like head to as she's kind of like tossed amongst a bunch of stuff that's been jostled around from your antics down below. She's like, "What the fuck?" And you just can nod and head up onto the deck, and
Yeah, don't say shit.
you can immediately see what's causing your issue, as there is a foreign object in space that is clearly starting to influence you with its gravity. Ahead of the Ratmobile, about still a ways away, but clearly coming into view. You don't even have to. It's very obvious to you. You don't have to roll any kind of check. Drifts this kind of like hollow spoked structure, like a massive wheel spinning in space, like a ship's wheel almost, kind of floating in space with a central column. And you can, for right now, that's as much as you can see. But at the moment, it's just kind of rotating very silently in the void, and you can feel its gravity as though it's pulling you, the ship, your own thoughts closer to it. That is as much as you can see from where you are. And you can even feel, since you've been up here in the last couple minutes, the ship is starting to slow even further. Not mechanically, but like the gravity, the edict of whatever this is forcing the Ratmobile to slow down.
Does it look like it's like inhabitable? Like people might be on it?
Make a perception check.
20.
Yes, you are able to see. So I'll say you actually kind of you have a pair of like binoculars that you keep in your satchel, and you hold them up, and as you kind of tune with the center like dial, additional pieces of glassware extend in front of it so that you can start to tune it, and you flick some of them up so you get a better idea. You can see it now quite well. Uh, there are the spokes on the wheel each have panels, like floating discs upon which like any sizable spelljammer could land. But at the moment, you just see like almost glowing lights gravitating towards the spindles, be collected and get sucked up the spokes. And as you like watch as a like a ball of light, almost like a starfall, landing on this disc and gets sucked up one of the spokes towards the central column. You can see this figure standing at the center, a warforged about 8 feet tall, sitting in the midst of this central column. They don't have any legs that you can see, they just kind of rotate in the central column. As beams of light kind of fall onto the panels, they turn, look, and then turn down and like just alternate between the various spokes. Um, and as the ship gets ever closer and the Ratmobile continues to slow against the pull of this gravity, you can see there are runes of Erendor, the god of life and death, kind of pulsing very faintly on the central column, and the actual like symbol of Erendor carved into the chest of the Warforged, which is an anvil and a feather.
Hey, Kiki, you ever seen anything like that before?
In all my travels, no, I've never seen a robot in space just out here. I mean, Raya is a city of wreckage. Maybe it's like an old satellite or something.
That's what I was thinking too. Is it like so the object is like clearly too small to have gravity of this size, right?
Correct.
Okay.
You are,
I
however,
guess that's
finding that
right.
the gravity is becoming incredible, and the Ratmobile is effectively coming to a stop at this station.
Hmm.
Is it like sucking things in?
Um, you are not up there.
Oh yeah. Well, this is also just me trying to figure out what this thing is.
I'm gonna quick call everybody up top to investigate this thing.
Okay.
I give everybody some slightly overdone cookies that I've baked.
You all assemble on the top deck, kind of eating these. The cookies are fine, but they are definitely overdone, a bit burnt in places, some of them, but in some places they're a little chewy. Um, so it is a bit odd.
They're oatmeal cookies.
Um, and each of you is surprised by what you're seeing, kind of floating in space here. Um, as you've now gotten pretty close, with the Ratmobile almost kind of grinding to a full halt, you can get a pretty close look at the Warforged at the center, which is wearing robes of white and black. Kind of, they're almost frozen in the chill of the astral sea. Um, but in one hand, they hold a silver scale, and in their other, a bowl. And they kind of just like rotate toward the ship as you approach. Um, the towering figure is polished and immaculate, um, and the faceplate is engraved with something of like a serene expression. It's like a neither smile nor frown, and like big cylindrical eyes with small white dots in the middle of almost starlight. The eyes are kind of gaping and black, just as the void around you, with these small beams of starlight. And in the background, you can see, Blue, to answer your question, like, no, they're not pulling things in. The lights seem to kind of fall onto the discs and get schlepped up into the central column where the Warforged is kind of seated. Um, and the Warforged kind of rotates towards the ship, and you hear this kind of booming but reverent voice. For safe passage, for balance, for the burden you carry, all vessels bearing the dead must tithe.
Yeah, we ain't got no debt up here, so let us
I mean,
go.
we have the rats, though.
Oh shit. Yeah, you're right.
You would be instructed to pay or leave them behind, so that they may see the true passage that they yearn for.
Can
uh,
can
how
can you
much?
be more specific on what did we have?
Do you have a name?
I have no name. You are correct. No dead. They are unjudged, unclaimed. They are not yet lost, but neither are they yours. A debt still exists. You may pay, or you may leave them behind.
What's your payment looking like?
It just kind of like you hear a faint clicking as its arm rotates down and reveals the bowl to you, within which there is a pretty hefty sum of gold.
I'll go into my bag and pull out all 72 of my dead rats and put them into the bowl. Okay, that's all the dead ones I got.
No, rat, you can't. The cost is too great, rat.
Like, I'm not happy about it either. That thing come in handy for something, but
These are not the souls I speak of.
Give them back.
oh yeah, I just put them back.
What are the souls? What are the souls you're speaking of?
Are you their
Please,
custodians?
what could he be talking about?
No, I get
What?
it.
Are you their custodians?
Who's?
The unclaimed.
Look,
We
we're
were
just,
instructed to ferry them to Raya.
Hmm. Are they yours to ferry?
So
yeah,
they're
we've been
souls.
given.
They don't really belong to anybody.
So you know what you carry.
Well, I'm piecing things together now, yes.
You're giving them a lot of information.
You may
He
pay.
already knows what's on board.
You may pay, or you may leave them behind. Neither punishment, it is process. I do not ask questions, I tally, and at the moment, a debt exists aboard this vessel. That is
Okay,
why you have been brought here.
You gotta name your price, guy. You can't just like leave me a bowl and then this isn't like the American tax system. You gotta tell me how much I owe you.
What's America?
It's a terrible place. Awful, awful planet on the outskirts of the system. Um, Freya and Argus, you two can make our religion checks.
Sweet 17.
Religion is 11.
Freya, you would be conscious that while very rare, um, it's something that is, and it's explicitly frowned upon in the Empire, given the Edict of Trinity, or the Trinity Edict, rather, that this is what has been concepted in some faith circles as an autonomous cleric, that are deployed to help judge and ferry souls, that get lost in the astral sea. Um, and you're kind of like watching the starlight fall onto the discs and start to accumulate at the base, and you get the sense that these are likely lost souls, and given the sigil of Erendor, that this is likely one of those autonomous clerics, um, and that they truly do seek some kind of payment or tithe, like it's, but it doesn't necessarily have to be gold.
I relay this information to my compatriots.
But I don't think the thing. I don't think there's. I don't think those things are dead. I heard heartbeat.
I think they were once dead and they came back to life. Unjudged, unclaimed, blah 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 blah. Again, this is just context clues.
But it
I could
had
be
a
wrong.
heartbeat.
Undead, when you kill something and then bring it back to life, it could probably have a heartbeat. I don't know. I'm not a
I don't know.
doctor. I didn't go to school for science.
All right, all right, all right. And I take out 12 gold pieces, one for each of them, and I put them in the bowl.
Is the payment sufficient?
Erendor's will is balance. Erendor's will is that we treat each soul with the reverence it deserves. You know not of what you ferry, but deem them worthy of this tithe. Is this true?
Yes.
Make a persuasion check.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. 5.
I do fear you mock the right of Erendor.
I don't think he's mocking. I think we just really don't know what's going on.
So you ferry souls without insight into what you do.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's way
Yeah.
funnier coming from I can't like.
Definitely. Yeah.
You break the law of natural death, and I sense manipulation, but I do not understand what you do.
We have been paid a fair price to take these things that we didn't know what they were from one place to another. Since then, we found out that perhaps, yes, they might be alive or dead than alive. We don't
I
know.
think they're alive.
And yes. So it turns, I just don't think it's our fault at all. I think that you should take this up with whoever we're taking it to.
We
It
could
is
pass
not.
along a message.
It is not
Yeah.
my job or duty to take things up with anyone other than whom passes into my void. As here you have.
What's
If
this
you
guy's god? Aaron, whatever.
Erendor,
Erendor.
Erendor,
Yeah, what's his deal?
the judge of
He
life
like
and death.
yeah.
Do we have to like pay him in like life or something?
Um
Should one
I
of
don't
us
really
kill
know.
ourselves and just kind of?
No, well,
What?
no.
you hear a as like the head rotates and just kind of like scans between you all as you kind of argue.
Maybe we're paying him in entertainment right now because he's probably really bored. Wait,
Do not juggle. I've seen you juggle.
I'm not gonna juggle. I'm not gonna. I was gonna. We have a performer here. What if we? What if he? What if we honored the souls with the performance? What if we put on the greatest talent show this rock has ever seen? Right, Freya?
I look up at the auto cleric and I'm like, is that a satisfactory arrangement? I will play a song for you and your lost soul friends there, and maybe it can help guide them on their way to where they need to be. Because you're the ferryman, just like we're ferrying things right now.
This may prove suitable. Symbolic
Okay.
tithes are certainly an option when sufficient for the souls they carry.
I look at Rat to signal I'm about to ask revealing questions to this robot.
Signaling that with a look.
I'm just gonna look at you and shrug and be like, what can you tell us about the souls that we carry? Because we were instructed not to ask too many questions. The whole thing was a little bit under the table.
The head kind of rotates. I only sense the souls, unjudged, displaced. I know nothing more but what you carry. It would appear as though we are alike in that way.
Well, you must, in some sense, know the weight or worth of the souls, because how else would you judge if our tithe is suitable?
It offers no response.
Do you know who they are? Like, who are the souls?
You may pay to steady the scales, or leave them behind for proper judgment.
Um, Chris, how big is this thing?
No,
The
we're playing
station
a song.
the station itself is quite large. The Warforge itself is about 8 feet tall. And it's only like torso up.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to play a song, and I'm going to play the song Lumiere from Expedition 33, Claire Obscure.
Go
Can
ahead and make a performance check.
I do get advantage on that because of my Folklucan Bandalore, just to
Okay.
let you know.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, same. I never know. All right. One was really good, one was really bad. 26. It is moving. It is
How haunting
French.
is it?
Um
Does it make me think of Gustav?
it does make you think of Gustav.
The you watch as the one hand carrying the teething bowl lifts up, and then the other steadies itself, and you can see the silver scales in its hand tip toward balance. Just so, not fully so, but just so. This has been deemed sufficient. You may leave without incident. The name of your ship has been returned in the Book of Balance with unfinished business. With this cleric of Erendor. Good ventures to you all.
Um Likewise, and I'll do a elaborate bow, I guess.
I'm gonna offer him an oatmeal cookie.
It does not move. It simply kind of like twists its head towards you.
Yeah. Good ventures. And I walk all the way down and I put the fucking Bratmobile into hyperdrive again.
Yeah, I give him like a little quick bow and I'll scamper back off.
Um, the Ratmobile does not feel the pull of gravity, as if some divine edict has released the Ratmobile from its hold here.
Clutches.
As the ship begins to sail away, Rat, you hear in the back of your mind, effectively. Hold on.
Secrets?
No.
He's mad at me, this cleric.
I was not paying attention to you.
I know. That's how self-consciousness works.
Oh.
Astute.
That's very good. I'm gonna try to remember that.
I hope this isn't too loud. It's an advertisement. It's an advertisement first. Hold on.
What are you doing?
Don't worry.
I am.
Okay.
Do I hear Rick Astley in the
Brett,
back of
this
my
is what
head?
you hear. Hopefully, this isn't too loud.
It's not going to pick up at all.
I can't hear it
Don't.
Wait,
all.
send it via Snapchat. Send it via Snapchat.
I'm
gonna come.
You hear the Taco Bell bell in the back of your head, but only you hear it. And its bass is kind of emphasized. It's like Boom!
Okay.
though?
That was
That's it.
weird. I kind of like, after putting into hyperdrive, lock up the engine room, go back up to everybody and go, "What a fucking prick!"
He's doing his job.
No, he's a toll booth operator, and tolls are fucking. I don't think that we should be charged for just flying through space, just because he's doing a service. We didn't ask him to do that
Well,
goddamn
maybe
service.
if we
Or why
were
are we paying him?
carrying lost souls, then we wouldn't have to have paid anything.
I
Well,
don't
we
think
didn't
I
know.
did.
We didn't know that there were lost souls.
I know.
Why should we have
Sometimes
to
it's
pay for
good to
something we
ask
don't
questions.
understand?
Can I just say though that Freya, I really liked your song, and I think you should play it again at some point.
It was pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. It was very good.
Thank you. I will do so.
That was very useful. Thank you.
You're welcome. That's twice I've saved your ass on this trip.
Yeah.
If you're doing a
I
good
wasn't
job, you
keeping
don't
count.
necessarily have to point it out. It's cooler if you don't.
Well, if anybody knows anything about cool, it's you, right?
He's really cool.
I like to think
It's
so.
pretty cool.
I was trying to be nice to you.
Right. Well,
Feels like you're the one with the problem.
12 undead souls in the cargo hold. We're just
Well, we don't. They're not
At least
dead.
we don't know if there's more than one in each box. Could be more. Don't know.
I guess that's true. That makes it way
Truly?
worse.
Rat,
you're
would you
not
like a cookie?
you're not getting second thoughts, are you, Rat? You've
No,
done
I'm not
wo-
getting second.
You've done
I just want to get
worse.
to Yes. Yes. I don't want a cookie. I'm good. Sorry, I'm a little stressed out about this. I don't mean to come across as sorry. And I'll just kind of like go off and be by myself. And like pretend look through the binoculars at nothing.
He's facing a wall.
I mean, he's looking at the black vastness of space.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out my quill and I'm gonna like start tracing some of the like runes that was on the automaton guy, so I can like see it in 3D.
Very cool.
By the way, I have a quill that can write.
You got a
You-
3D
You have a
printer.
I was gonna say
pen?
you have a 3D printer
awesome.
pen.
Yeah, that was my magic item.
Oh, that's right. I forgot
I
about
don't
that.
remember what it's called.
That's sick as hell.
Yeah, so I'm studying these runes in 3D. I think that's what it does.
Pretty dope.
I have a random question. I have a series of random questions. How tightly are the crates sealed?
You're gonna break the rules?
You would note the crates are sealed with wrought iron bars around them, but that at least on the one that you've looked at, which is only one of them because the rest are covered by the canvas. But the one that you've looked at, that's kind of starting to bend and warp with the additional cold.
Are there any bugs aboard the Ratmobile?
I mean,
Like spiders.
you could maybe spend some time
We
trying to
Nosferatu on our
find one.
Ratmobile?
Spiders, roaches, a house centipede.
Oh god, it was
Just
just roaches.
Just a bug.
Oh, silverfish.
Sure.
You could certainly attempt to
hey,
spend some time
I
finding them
keep
if you have
this
a
place
pathway.
clean.
Yeah.
Bugs are part of a healthy ecosystem. I'm going to spend some time looking for a bug.
Okay. Try to make a nature check and just well first tell me how you are looking for a bug.
I'm getting down on my hands and knees and looking particularly in the kitchen, checking under, the cabinets in the galley and, looking for a little buggy.
Okay. Make a
Checking the
nature
spots Blue might have missed, even though she is very thorough.
check.
There's a lot of time you spend in space where you don't do anything.
13 nature. Do I get a bug?
I'll say with a 13 nature, it takes you a while, but you are able to find a couple of ants. Um, and you kind of like have them on a little piece of paper towel. You only find them specifically in the storage unit between the top deck and the galley, where Blue specifically does not clean, so it looks dirty.
Okay.
Okay.
I will
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Looking out
I'm
for you,
gonna
Blue.
call Blue into the kitchen.
You're calling who?
You're gonna what?
Blue into the kitchen. And I just have the ants on a paper towel, and I'm like, look what I
Are
found.
those in here? In here?
No, no, you keep it very clean. I found them in that area you don't clean. That's kind of dingy.
Oh, the dirty spot. Yeah. Okay.
The dirty spot, the
The dirty
designated
spot.
dirty
Yeah,
spot.
the dirty spot.
So I have a plan, and I am just curious because you seem to have some sort of like connection. How badly do you want to know what's in those boxes?
I'm kind of scared of them now.
Oh, well,
But
I'm very curious now.
well, what? I don't want to get us in like. I don't. We don't want to ruin this job. That's what's important,
Sure,
right?
we won't. Nobody will be able to tell. See, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to these ants and I'm going to offer them some of your delicious cookies if they could get into one of those boxes and tell me what they see.
Um. I mean, I'm a little scared of that.
Why?
I don't know. What if they needed like some kind? What if there's something actually scary in there and it needs kind of sustenance, and then it's gonna like, or what if it's like the rats and they possess you via ant?
I'm gonna put my fingers over the ant's entity. If it dies, it's just a bug.
I smash her hand down, spit off. What?
Even if he gets eaten, he's just a bug.
Stop. I'm
Please, you probably smashed plenty of bugs when you were cleaning up this place.
no, it's just more that like now that it's kind of really slapping me in the face that I was kind of jeopardizing this job by talking and trying to comfort the boxes, and now that I'm faced with somebody else doing it, I'm kind of seeing how
Whoa,
much of
whoa,
a
whoa,
bad
whoa,
idea it
whoa!
was.
What? Hey! What if the boxes need comfort?
Right?
What if you were doing the right thing? I think you might have been.
Well, okay, I mean, I guess you can do the I didn't have anything to do with it. Unless it's really cool and it helps us. Then then oh, actually no. Oh no.
Okay,
I'm having many thoughts.
should I not do this, or should I do it, or should I do a second less risky thing?
What's the less risky thing?
The less risky thing is I go down there, I cast Fairy Fire, which illuminates all objects and creatures within 20 feet inside the cube, and then I can see through the illumination what's in the box.
What's in the box?
The outline of it,
Um,
at least.
um, do you have like a spell that can like detect magic?
Yeah, but they're definitely magic. The glowing runes, the
Or
chanting.
aren't you able to tell what kind of school of magic is there?
Oh yeah, I think so. But like,
Yeah, wouldn't that be
I
helpful?
I don't know. Would it? I'm not a
I
nerd. I
think
don't know the
so.
different kinds of magic.
Argus does.
No. Okay. Let's get him in here. Let's they'll lean out the galley door. Argy!
I don't like that. He
Uh,
doesn't seem like an argy.
That's
um,
Argy. Just like your
I,
bluey.
I assume you're
I
talking to
like
me.
Bluey.
Yes. So I had an idea that involved me talking to ants and bribing them with Blue's cookies to go into the boxes and tell us what's in there. And Blue was like, "Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea." And then I was like, "Oh, what if I just casted fairy fire on them, illuminated everything in a 20-foot cube, and then I could see the outlines of all creatures and objects and find out what they are?" Because I'm feeling a little
I also
sketched
don't know
out.
if that would work because they're in boxes.
Yeah,
I don't think you'd be able to see them.
it would be illuminated by fairy fire.
Yeah, the boxes would be.
I mean,
Yeah, and so would it says all objects and creatures.
Yeah, but if they're in the box, we're not going to be able to see it. It has to be outside the box for you to see it.
Okay, so obviously the ant plan is the way to go.
Or you could just catch detect magic.
That would only tell us
but-
part of the way, but this is the reason we got you in here, Argus, is to find out what we should do. Or maybe nothing.
so probably nothing. We do know what the schools of magic for runes. It's like a chronomancy spell, and then there's one for the temperature, and then another
What if
They're-
you
one
cast
for.
it to see
they're
what's
transmute-
inside the box?
They're transmutation spells.
Okay.
So transmutation and chronomancy.
But
Um,
that's just the runes. What about inside the box?
Are the boxes not sealed? Would the ants be able to get in there?
I
I
mean,
mean-
they're ants. They're very small.
I feel like this is making me really conflicted, so I might just walk away so that Rat doesn't get more mad at me.
Okay.
Okay,
Listen, I just
don't
thought
tell
you
me
would
what
be
you
in for the
do
fun.
until we get. I, I'm getting scared.
As Blue goes to
I
leave,
do like the fairy fire spell, at least to try it.
as Blue
So-
goes to leave, she bumps into Kiki, who's walking into the galley. Hey guys, what's going on? Just came for some of the leftover mac that Blue made. And she kind of pops into the fridge and grabs the pot, which has just been left in there. No Tupperware, just the pot. And like
Yeah,
grabs a little
for
fork.
sure.
I'm gonna make a bowl for Rat too. Does anybody want anything?
We're okay. Thank you. Or
What do
I'm
you-
okay. I shouldn't
what do you-
speak for all of
Oh.
us. That's rude.
What are you guys talking about? We should be getting there in the next couple hours or so.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Are you curious about what's in those boxes, Kiki?
Yeah, but I also learned that curiosity kills cats.
Sometimes ignorance does too.
But also,
Has
I'm
it
not a
worked?
pussy.
Hasn't. I like him. He's funny. Oh,
That was rough for Steph to hear.
that was a good one.
I also didn't hear most of it because I talked over people, and also my contacts are just being wiggity, so I'm at a take
I think I learned that if you're going to take a job that says don't ask questions, we've probably passed our limit of the amount of questions that we are allotted to ask in a job that says no questions. And listen, you do bad things in your life, but you get a good payday from it. So really, what is the big problem?
And also, sometimes if you mess with really magical things that you don't know what they are,
And let
or just
somebody
stops
else.
talking.
Listen, I was just gonna talk to these ants here and see if they could get in the boxes and tell us what's in there.
I would say that going inside the boxes
Sounds like a really bad
sounds
fucking idea.
fairy fire though, because that if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But if it does,
That was option 2.
Or there's also detect magic.
Well, we already know what's on them. Didn't you say it was like
But
chronomancy or
in
something?
them.
You guys really want to know what's inside them, huh?
Cheetah,
Yes.
I'm scared now.
Well, Blue, if anybody should want to know, it should be you. I mean, they were kind of talking to you. Yeah, you said
They
they
were.
weren't, but like
All the
I
more
am
reason to
choosing
just
to
leave
believe
them
that they
alone.
were.
All the more reason to just leave them alone
I
and
mean,
not ask too
sometimes
many
it
questions.
really is better to just leave magic things alone.
Ask yourself this: a week from now, when you're enjoying your 1,000 gold payday, are you going to be wondering what was inside those boxes, or are you going to be going off and buying?
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely.
Would you rather know what's inside them or get paid?
It's
not both?
1,000 gold. What's the big deal?
1,000 gold can change somebody's life. That's more gold than I've ever made on a job ever.
I mean, just like
Oh, I'm sorry.
it's
Back up just a
it's
second.
only money, and some things are more important than money.
Kiki gets really close to you. You know the only people who say it's only money? People who fucking have money. So I'm sorry that I wasn't born with a nice little silver spoon in my mouth and can go to the Dumat Institute and can fly around gallivanting with God knows who and what, and without the worry of where my next meal is going to come from. I grew up on the streets of Senna. All right? I've taken bullets for jobs. I've taken bullets for less because I need to know where my next meal is coming from. So you can't just say it's only money.
Some things are more important than money, and you talk a big game, respect where you came from. But like I told Argus, my parents are farmers. I got a scholarship to the Institute because of my abilities. And I've worked for the last 50 years for every single thing that I have. It's only money. Some things are more important.
I'm gonna just grab Kiki's arm and I'm like, let's go upstairs. We're gonna go up deck. Let them do whatever. Yeah, and I drag Kiki upstairs.
Okay. 1 second. Okay, I'm gonna need
Are there secrets happening?
Willem, you
Mhm.
Freya, you need to roll and I won't announce what it is. I'll DM you.
Yep.
What?
No, I will just roll the number and you can tell me how it does. That is a 16.
Kiki just kind of like looks you up and down, looks you in the eye, and then smirks a little bit. Fair enough. Yeah, let's go topside. And she'll walk up with you, Blue.
Like, Kiki, are you okay?
Are you guys topside?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, just fine. How are you doing, Blue? I know you got a lot on your mind with all this stuff that's going on, but you know that you shouldn't be worrying about the jobs this much. This is 2 for 2 that you're getting yourself all worked up over what's probably nothing.
Hey, quick question. Have you noticed me turn into other people before?
Um, I well, she's gonna make a history check.
Oh no.
You know, come to think, I did kind of notice that you did get a little funny on that last job. You were all nervous, and then all of a sudden you weren't. And quite frankly, you were also you were just a little funny, is all. Is
I'm
something
always
Bob?
funny.
You were a different kind of funny. Is something bothering you?
Oh no, apparently I just kind of like become other people sometimes, and it's been happening more and more
Why do you think that is?
because multiple people have noticed this.
No, I mean, obviously, honey. I mean, why do you think you're turning into different people?
I think I might be cursed or something.
What do you makes you think you're cursed? Plenty of people in our line of work think they're cursed, but you've ended up in a pretty good situation and you're making good money. You're not cursed.
Well, I used to be on a different crew, and the last job went kind of really, really bad, and I think that actually legitimately did curse me.
What
Like,
crew were
not in a
you a part of?
superstitious sense. I think like quite literally magically cursed me.
What crew were you on?
The albatross.
Albatross. Albatross. Captain Scott's ship? You ran with Captain Scott?
Yeah,
Damn. Blue, I knew you were hardcore, but I didn't think you were that hardcore.
we weren't really that hardcore. It
They
was
have
nice.
they have been since.
What?
You don't know? I don't know. I heard they've gotten up in the business. Which I guess we really can't
I
complain
wouldn't.
about, but listen, Blue. You've got nothing to worry
They're killing
about.
people?
You've got
He
nothing to
wouldn't.
I don't I only know what I heard. But Blue, honey, you got nothing to worry about, do you? You know why? You're not the only one with multiple personalities on this ship.
Damn.
If I were you, I'd
Brutal.
start asking quite a few questions of where Little Miss Thing comes from, because she is not
Okay.
telling you everything you need to know.
How do you know?
Oh, please. You don't make it off a center without learning how to read people. And she lies like the best of them, I won't lie to you. Her family were farmers? Bullshit. Never met a farmer who said it's only money. No.
Okay, wait. Do me.
She's somebody from somewhere. I don't know who or what, but she's somebody from somewhere. That's for sure.
What about? Okay, wait. Did you do this with everybody?
What?
Can you read everybody?
I mean,
I think I'm focusing on the wrong thing here.
I don't I don't know what you mean. I read
Okay,
her
never
because
mind.
she's got it out for me. I mean, I get why. I come in back quick and fast and I'm able to pick up Rat no problem. And she's probably thinking that she wasn't quite as hot as she wanted to be. But the truth is, Rat goes for whatever moves, and he's pretty quick about it too. Don't think I forget that. I'm probably being a little hard on her, but now I want to find out who she really is.
This seems really toxic.
Yeah, well, Rat and I have been going at it for 7 years, so couldn't get any worse.
I think you should try to be friends with her. I think that'd be more fun for all of us.
It depends what version of her she wants me to be friends with. I'll be friends with whatever she's pretending to be down there. Who knows if I'll even like who she really is.
I mean, she's probably nice. She's nice so far. She played a really nice song.
It was very nice.
And she's calling me Bluey now, which is quite fun. I do like
Yes.
that one.
Already kicking it with the terms of endearment, and yet you barely know a thing about her. Funny.
I just want to be friends with people.
Listen, Blue. And she's gonna like do a little shh on your lips. Um, and she's like, you gotta do what's best for you. You wanna be friends with her? More power to you. You wanna slum it with Rat? More power to you. But remember, my offer still stands if you're looking for a new crew. For somebody that's going to treat you with a little bit more respect than someone who's going to yell at you for digging in too deeply to the boxes. So let me say it a little bit kinder than Rat did. Please stop looking at the boxes. You're making everybody ask questions that we probably shouldn't be asking about.
Okay. I'll stop. Can I send a little paper notes though? Can I send them notes? I'm not gonna
Do
touch
not,
the boxes. I'll just put them in the cargo
no,
hold.
no, 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 no. See, here's the thing. If there is any sign of impropriety when we get to Raya, we will not get our money. In fact, we might, not only will we not get our money, we'll end up with a gutter. No, in a gutter with our names on it. No, they won't even have our names on it. They'll be unmarked. They'll be gutters with 5 bodies.
It'd be kind of nice if they'd like put little monograms on our gutters. Though.
They're not gonna. 20 years from now, we're gonna roll up with the next storm that blows through as skeletons because we decided to ask too many questions. You hear me? You feel me?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh God, you're just so damn cute. I want to kiss you. Ah, and she's like grabbing your face. Just
Okay, I'll give you a hug instead.
thank you, Blue. Okay, all right. You go. Let's go downstairs. Um, what are the rest of you doing while Kiki and Blue are upstairs?
Argus and I are in the galley, and I just look at him and I'm like, well,
Let's find out what's in those boxes.
So
What's happening
dunk coated.
I'm just trying to cool off, but can I have like you know what? Fuck it. I'll let him do whatever. I don't care.
When,
Well,
when
so-
Rat noticed all of us are gone.
I was gonna say, so if you're going to head into the cargo hold, that is something that Rat can make a perception check to detect.
I would
So
like to
You
do
know
that.
this floor is
Yeah.
creaky as fuck.
Yeah, like you're gonna hear.
I'm also
so,
not. I'm not trying to be stealthy because in my mind I'm not doing anything wrong.
Yeah, so no, Rat can make a perception check.
13.
Yeah, it is you. It's late. You hear them as they're already heading down the cargo hold, but like you're in your Rat room, and you do hear like the ladder into the cargo hold start to creak.
A rat's room is called a warren, just so you know.
All right, you're in your Warren.
No, I'm in the rat room.
Yeah, I like it being the Rat room.
I will investigate hearing this noise.
Okay. The two of you are down in the cargo hold. What are you doing?
So
I
fairy
don't-
fire.
Start with the fairy fire. Yeah.
I cast fairy fire.
You see 12 green outlined boxes.
I look at him and I'm like, well,
And as you're
Guess what? I
casting
was
that,
thinking, cool.
Rat is coming down the ladder. And Rat, you see this kind of like green and fuchsia like blanket almost drape over the crates and outline
green and
them
fuchsia.
in
Those are
green and
colors
fuchsia.
of the Joker.
Yes.
I can
Yeah.
I can
Fuchsia
tell
is
that
pink, you psychopath.
Kind of purplish. I don't know.
It's not.
I-
It's not.
I can tell
I'm
that Freya is
colorblind.
casting this, right?
Yes. I mean, she has to
Okay.
sing
Oh.
to cast it, so.
Right. Yeah, I'm gonna come down and go, what the hell are you doing, Freya? Why are you fucking with this shit?
Because I want to know what's in the boxes.
Why? We have a good thing going here. Are you trying to sabotage? It's literally hours before we get there. You're trying to make.
Is it
It's
not?
an easy job. It's an easy job. One place to another. 12 things. You did so good with the nitrogen. Thank you so much. Why are you trying to fuck it up?
First of all, you have some nerve to be lecturing anybody about messing with things they don't understand and jeopardizing crew safety and the job, considering you didn't really think about any of us when you were fucking with those rats or those balls of psychic goo in that other ship. So,
This is completely different. This is the whole job.
well, I want to know.
was investigating things on the ship. That was our job. This is investigate. This is we just have to take it from one place to another. That's it. Why are you doing anything
And
else?
I'm not stopping us from doing that. I just want to know what's up.
I
It
just want to
doesn't bother
know.
you at all that we're transporting at least 12 lost souls in such. They disturbed a priest of Arendor across the reaches of space.
I kind of feel like any kind of, body would have done that.
He didn't care about your rats in the bag.
No, but to be fair, they're rats. I don't think many gods care about them.
He's the overseer of life and death of all things, not just
You're to
important
argue
things.
about this. I don't know.
Argy and
Freya.
I want to know what's in the boxes.
Argus, was this in any way your idea?
Not my idea, but I wanted to know what's in the boxes.
Sure.
Curious.
It'd be great. It'd be great to know, right?
Yeah, which is why I'm trying to find out.
Nobody has to know
Can
that we
I-
know. Not that we do.
Can I come downstairs after hearing people
I'm
yelling?
definitely yelling, yeah.
Yeah. For sure. Oh my god, this again.
Let's go away from the cargo hold though. Let's just go back upstairs.
Yeah, there's a lot of hot air being fucking expelled here. Let's get upstairs.
Oh, sorry. I think you forget that you need me, and if you're so concerned about hot air, maybe I won't make some more nitrogen. Maybe those boxes will just heat up. Maybe
We'll
that'll
be-
ruin the job.
Yeah, we'll be there in a few hours anyway. We'll be fine.
Raya, please stop.
I'll just look at you and realize I'm a little out of line, and I'll go, okay. I won't mess with it.
Thank you.
It's not for you, it's for her.
I don't care. And I'll just kind of wait until everybody has gone up the ladder.
Yep.
And I'm going to go up last, and I'm going to lock the cargo hold for the last few hours.
Okay.
Just so you know, I wasn't gonna let her actually mess with it. We're just looking.
Can I roll insight on that?
Yeah.
Where did my dice go?
Evan, you can roll deception or persuasion.
Doesn't matter. I don't. I think you tell the truth.
Okay.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
walk into the kitchen and I just sit down at the chair, sort of cross my arms and poof, and I'm staring at the two ants on the paper towel and feeding them crumbs and just grumbling under my bed.
Please don't
Nobody ever
have
wants-
them
Nobody ever
start
wants you
to
to
call
do
this place
anything.
home.
This is their home. They live in the dirty spot.
Okay, as long as they live in the dirty spot, not the kitchen.
Yeah, I'm just giving them a
Maybe we
snack.
could put a plant out in the dirty spot they could live in.
Maybe.
Would you like a mojito? I think I could try to make one, but I don't know if I have all the ingredients. I definitely have mint.
So at the worst, I'm getting mint water.
And vodka. It's vodka and mint.
I don't think there's.
That sounds
Blue.
Actually, Rat would for sure keep all the ingredients for a mojito on board.
Okay. Does this mean that Blue does actually know how to make a mojito?
That's up to you.
The ratios are so off. So much mint. Is there mint in a mojito? Am I thinking the wrong thing?
Yeah.
No, there's mint in a mojito.
Don't believe there's
Yeah,
vodka.
Yeah, it's usually gin, not
Um,
vodka or rum. It's
No.
gin and
It's
rum.
usually
Rum.
white rum.
Yeah. Yes.
a gin mojito
Yeah.
would be unpleasant, I think.
Yeah, Blue will make Freya mojito, but again, so much mint.
It covers up the taste of the bad other ingredients.
You gotta disrespect your
it's-
mint.
You gotta spank your mint.
You gotta disrespect
It's
your
definitely bottom tier rum, so a lot of mint really helps.
mint. Okay.
I'm
That's
sorry
mint rum.
let my curiosity get the best of me. It's just I like to know things, and I also don't like being told what to do, especially by men.
Okay, well, so here's the thing. We're on a ship now,
Correct.
and there traditionally is a chain of command, which this one's pretty. Sometimes this when I have run with Rat and he brings other people on, it's a little loosey goosey, but this is his ship, and that's
Mhm.
how ships are.
But we're like the crew, like he couldn't do this without us. So I feel like we should get an equal say.
Well,
All he
so
does
if
is
you're
all he
on,
does is drive.
well, he also does a lot of
See?
other things.
Yeah, and so do you. You were, you make the food, you monitor the boxes. I make the nitrogen, sing the songs. Argus does the research. Kiki's there for Rat to fuck. We all have jobs that are very important.
Yes, but he's the captain, right?
Yeah, he drives.
No,
Again,
but the
I,
captain means that he's in charge. Okay,
Well, he's obviously very in charge of you.
because I work for him on his ship. We're on a ship.
Do you not see
This
the
is a
way
job.
that he sort of like talks down to you all the time?
Have you ever had a job before? I
Yeah,
don't know what you
I'm
want
my
from me.
own boss. That's why when I
Okay,
was performing, like Louis wasn't my boss. We were just friends.
yeah, that's not how it's
Well,
gonna
we
be
we
here
weren't really friends. I
exactly.
was
This
a
is a ship.
contractor, but we were friendly. Okay, listen, if it doesn't bother you, I'm not gonna argue with you. It's fine. I've been on cruise before. I never stuck with one for too long. There are reasons for that. So, yeah, it's fine. I won't mess with
Well,
the box.
I would like you to stick around because I think that you're cool and very talented, but you're gonna need to be more of a team player in a ship context, which means you do answer to the captain.
I sort of roll my eyes and I'm like, yeah, you're probably right. I will consider that. And I hope in the meantime, you also consider how wonderful and talented you are and think about the way that people talk to you and whether or not that's okay.
Okay,
Okay.
I top off her Machado with more mint. I don't add more alcohol, just
More of
more
it's
mint.
more of a salad at this point.
Yeah, it's just wet.
Really wet mint. Are any of you doing anything else for the rest of the day that you'd like to make sure you do?
I'm
Thinking
just
about those
standing at the
boxes.
cargo hold and just like sitting there, like grumpily guarding it.
I'm gonna bring Rat a Machado with extra mint.
And
I will.
Kiki brings you a bowl of mac and cheese, Rat.
Oh, I have very brief conversation with Kiki.
Okay.
it sounds
I'm
like a
just
diabolical combination.
Bruh.
Are you doing all right?
Mint and mac and minty mac.
Minty Mac. Are
Yeah,
you doing all
yeah,
right?
I'll skip around.
What's your opinion on Freya?
I. Why do you ask?
Uh, no reason.
I think
Just that she
she's.
tried to sabotage the whole mission. It seems, but
I think she's fine. I think she's very talented. I think she is 1,000% your type. And I honestly do believe that you've probably gotten yourself into a circumstance where one of the ladies that you've decided to bring on board decides to challenge you in an upfront way instead of behind your back, like so many of us are keen to do, myself included. And she bows a little bit. The question remains whether or not you can deal with that, honey bun.
Yeah. All right. That's what I need to hear. Thank you.
You're welcome. And she will hand you the bowl of mac and cheese. Heat up and calm down. Alrighty.
Nolan, you were looking down to see Mr. Really Great Bit.
I assume it was something
Just
about
a
eating
touch.
pussy.
No.
Oh, talking about whatever.
Just how Frey is stacked.
E-
Yep.
Ooga.
Probably.
All of you feel the Ratmobile shudder. And you like blue rat. It's a very familiar, not like a violent shudder. It's just like a lurch
Oh.
almost, and it's a very familiar feeling as you've definitely entered into a gravity pocket, but also like you can feel the ship start to slow. It has arrived at the destination that rat that you had set inside the control room, and the ship is starting to mechanically slow down. Um, and as you all kind of start to look out your portholes, you can see as you kind of breach this veil of realm space as Raya starts to hover into view. It's something of like a patchwork colossus, like stitched from shattered hulls and tower ruins and bits of metal and woodwork perched on top of old stone colossal buildings. Its like kind of upper reaches starting to blot out and hide in smoky cloud rings and low hanging gray just haze that seems to overtake the city. Um, it stretches as far as the eye can see as the Ratmobile begins to descend and be pulled down into the gravity pocket. You can see that Raya. So I'm gonna say that for the purposes of our party, only Blue and Rat have been here, and really only once. This is not one of the more frequented Ashen-free cities, and uh, however, each of you is aware of Raya, as it is one of the only members of the sorry, not one of, it is the only member of the Ashen Free Cities to have previously been an Imperial colony. It is the only Imperial colony to cede from Imperial rule and ultimately join the free state of the Ashen Free Cities. Um, you can see ahead that there are a lot of remnants, especially Freya, as you kind of look upon it, of like Chidonian architecture that has just been collapsed and ridden away and built over with the bits and pieces of wrecks and wood and salvage. Um, and that there are these kind of stacked parts of the city where the Chidonian buildings are quite large and starting to fall into ruin and propped up with the salvage and pieces of wood. There are kind of panels or catwalks that run along the upper part of the city, and then a lower city that runs alongside canals that run in from the water that is just pouring off into realm space. So it's kind of like a dock harbor that just begins in realm space, and the water just drifts off endlessly into the void. You can see that the city kind of extends out from the docks. Then there's also a whole second level built onto catwalks and propped up salvage. There are a lot of like floating lanterns and chapels and cathedrals that dot the landscape as you start to drift into Raya. Um, Rat, you head to the control room to point the ship in the right direction. You would know to be headed for this circumstance based on how you've been briefed to the Black Wharf, which is a docking bay on the far side uh, of Raya, kind of in between what you might consider legal, forgotten. It's just there's no register or dock master. Uh, And all of you can go ahead and make a perception check as you begin to land in the city.
21.
Also, 21.
7.
Okay. Rat, you are too distracted with the concept of the docking exercise that you don't really notice anything. Freya, you're immediately drawn to as the ship begins to descend and kind of like splashes as it hits the water. And Rat frantically runs up topside to treat the Ratmobile as a normal ship and steer the wheel up there so that he can get it into the the Black Wharf. You kind of look at some of the. There are a lot of shore walls that are propped up to mark the various wharfs, and you can see at the edges of each of those docks, like sea walls, is the symbol of the Trinity. But in many places, it has been spray painted over. And specifically on two of them, as you begin to sail in, you can see a painted sigil of Calvaxis, which is tastefully done. It was clearly painted by a designer. It was done to replace the symbol of the Trinity and respect a true God. And then painted over that very crudely in black spray paint is the
The cool
cross.
S.
No, it is not a cool S. It is the cross sigil of Azaleus. Uh, and then Blue and Freya, you are keen to notice a trio of hooded figures waiting for you on the wharf dock. Just beyond the dock, so the two of you also notice. Forgive me. Um,
You
just
are
beyond
forgiven.
just beyond the dock where they are standing, is this sort of like octagonal, low to the ground building um, that takes up most of the space around the wharf. And you're keen to notice that there are no other buildings around this wharf. It is just this low octagonal building. It almost looks like a can. Where the octagon raises up and then the roof kind of just slightly lips out over it, but it's very nondescript. There's a large window on each of the 8 sides, but they are like slate black, where you get the sense that you might be able to see out them, but you cannot see into them. Given that you rolled so well, you can see that there is like some steam that hisses from the top of this building, and a narrow ramp kind of leads up from the Black Wharf. But as the Ratmobile pulls into the Black Wharf, Rat, you are able to kind of come down and collect your crew as the
All right.
trio of figures starts to kind of come around towards the side where you'll be getting off.
We're gonna meet these guys. Thank you. Yes. I'll do the talking. Everything will be great. Uh if something goes wrong, which it very well might, the signal I'll say what was our safe word, Blue? Sorry.
Freya's
Came out
eyes
wrong.
widen, and I just look
Came out
from
wrong.
Blue to Rat to Kiki back to Blue.
Kiki looks back at
Snuff
not that kind of safe word.
Snuffleupagus.
There's no way I'd make it that's not a I would have remembered
Cheese.
that.
It was cheese.
Cheese.
I always try to get it to be Snuffleupagus because I think that's more fun. But it's cheese.
Yeah, if I say the word cheese, something's wrong. Everyone get into attack formations because we're gonna kill them. Hopefully, I won't come to that
Okay.
though, because I'm very good at talking to people.
Do you want me to hang
Rather
out
not.
in the cargo hold while they unload it? Keep an eye on that.
It's been shown time and time again. The only one that I can trust is Argus. So Argus, would you mind taking some time in the
Wait,
cargo
what?
hold?
Yeah, sure.
Thank you.
Blue's heartbroken.
All right, Rat, you step off of the vessel to meet them, the trio of figures. You do notice that they wear a couple of charms around their neck, but for the most part, their robes are kind of a pale white and nondescript. One of them steps forward and lowers their hood. Um, you also see that the floor of this dock is scorched and like there's a lot of scorch marks on this dock, which you get the sense might lend itself to the name, the Black Wharf, as though it's been burned a lot and pretty violently. And you also notice that this part of the city is devoid of any noise, no hawkers, no music. It's eerily silent, save for the lapping of the waves against the dockside. Um, the first figure kind of steps forward and pulls their um, hood down, and you can see that they now have a plain white mask, but there is a sockets for their eyes, so you do not see their mouth move, but you do see their eyes, steely blue, looking at you. 12 crates, no breaches, delivery complete.
Just as you asked for him. Yep.
Terrific. Our representative will see to the cargo if you will allow them aboard.
Yes, sir.
The figure nods to you, and they will wrap around as the kind of back door opens to allow entry into the cargo hold, where Argus is waiting. And the figure just steps back, puts their hood up, and waits.
Do you want me to bring him in? I don't know what.
So one of the figures has already stepped off to the side to walk up into
okay.
the back where Argus is. Argus, as you are standing in the hold, a figure in the white robes, tall, lean, um, walks into the space. They're very soft but exact voice. And kind of steps in, looks at all the boxes. Ah, quite cool in here. I suppose you had to do additional coolant for the cargo. Is that correct?
We kept it as cold as we could, yeah.
Very good. The vessels are no longer your concern. You have performed admirably. We will see to it that the crates are removed and you are paid for your efforts. We thank you for your professionalism and your discretion with our specimens. And they're going to go and just like tap a series of the runes on the boxes, and they begin to float out the back of the ship. And they just kind of like scan slowly each one as they pass by.
Yeah. Wait. I'll wait for your payment. That's Rat McScriff and friends.
Your words are
Always here
not
for
needed here. Thank you.
just saying, very discretionary. No questions asked. Jobs, if you got them, we'll take them in the future.
Is that so? You wish to continue your work with the Crucible?
The cruise. I'll work with anybody. I don't care.
Does that mean anything to any of us?
Can I do a checky check?
All of you can make a history check. It will be a very high DC.
Do I get advantage because I've been working?
It's a high DC
jobs
for all
a
of
long
you but
time?
one of them. And I won't say which one.
20 dirty.
11.
4. I've heard of them. I can't remember who they are.
Rat, what did you roll?
14.
Frey, you have an idea, and I will message it to you separately.
I'm probably gonna have opinions about this.
Yeah, it's gonna get us killed.
I know, me with opinions, that's crazy.
It's gonna get Frey kicked off. Shit. After all this time I spent drawing Freya.
I'd be heartbroken.
trying to read his expression.
Uh, Chris, I, if it's okay with you, would like to roll a performance check to maintain my composure.
Okay, go ahead.
16.
I think you don't do a great job, but you're also keenly aware that none of them are looking at you. The two figures are on the deck, or on the dock, and the third figure is waiting just outside the cargo hold as the crates drift on by.
And I'll say, yeah, we'll do work for anybody as long as the money's good.
Good to know. Well, if you're keen to stay in Raya, perhaps additional work will become available. If not, we do post in many of the ashen-free cities for work. But we know your name now, and you have done admirably. They snap, and the third figure, the only one that has not spoken yet, comes up with a small leather satchel, like sealed with a gold clasp. Um, and they take the satchel and they place it in your hands. Your silver is here, untainted. Spend it well. Raya is quite appreciative of tourists. The final box floats out of the ship. They nod and they turn on their heel and begin to walk away towards the octagonal building beyond.
Nice doing business with you. And in the pouch is 4,000 gold.
4,500 gold.
Oh.
Also, welcome, first time chatter. Thanks for tuning in.
Oh,
Hello.
hi, we love you. I know that's coming on strong, but we love you.
We would die for you.
Then I will kind of go back to the vessel and I'll gather everybody together. And I'll go. Wait, was it agreed upon 4,500 or did we think it was 4,000?
You thought it was 4,000.
Yeah, okay, cool.
I think
All
we're
right.
about to witness embezzlement.
I'm gonna give everybody 800 gold, and I'm gonna say everyone share. Went off without a hitch, despite went off without a hitch.
Real quick, point
Like
of
the
order.
hitches.
Rat, you are keeping track of money, right?
I am.
Everyone's keeping track of your money?
I'm keeping track of
Yeah.
my money.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I know we haven't had to spend anything yet, but I just want to make sure everyone's got their money.
May I speak?
Hold on, let me do math first. Okay.
Oh, here.
Yes, sure.
I know it's not really my place, but we should under no circumstances do work for the Crucible.
The Crucible.
Okay. Why?
So they're so they're Imperials, and they're kind of like secret police meets underground operatives, destabilize governments, generally cause big problems. If you've heard of the American CIA, they're kind of like that.
All these bad things happening in America.
These
Yeah,
guys
don't go there.
destabilize governments.
Why would they be here? The
Yes.
Imperials are kicked out of Raya.
The Imperium doesn't take it kindly when they lose things that feel like they're belong to them.
Don't I know
So
it?
if I were a betting woman, I would suggest that they're probably trying to destabilize the government here and take it back.
Listen, there's barely any government in Raya, and you sure seem to know an awful lot about Imperial things.
I grew up in an imperial colony.
Sure, but like, who's ever heard of the Crucible? Any of you? Any of you? Any of you? Any of you?
They tend to disappear hear people who, speak up too much what happens on colonies.
Interesting. You
Sometimes
you continue to know even more about them. I'm just saying it's a little funny. Why should we
just
believe
something
you? Just because you live on an Imperial colony? We're supposed to know that's just something you know about? I've traveled to just about all of them and I've never heard of them. Where are you from, Argus? You from an Imperial colony?
Outskirts, but not really.
Ever heard of
Nobody
the
really messed with us.
Ever heard of the Crucible?
Never heard of.
So
Never
weird.
heard of them.
So weird.
being from an imperial colony, you would know sometimes people who speak up go missing.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Crucible.
Can I insight check anything that Freya's saying for lies and deception, perhaps?
You can make an insight check, but I'm not gonna have. It's not gonna be for lies and deception, but I'll let you make an insight check.
Okay.
But it's a very high DC, and it'll be free. Something silly.
I'm rolling pretty bad today. 5.
Okay, yeah, you're kind of taking her for her word. You can't really learn anything more beyond what she's telling you.
I mean, for all we know, there are just more active where Freya's from.
Yep. Point taken, Freya. If I had known that they were Imperial, I would not have taken an Imperial job right after trying to run away from the Imperial. So, fair enough.
Sometimes it pays to ask questions.
Yeah, but then
And I gesture to the gold. Sometimes it pays not to.
it literally does pay not to. Most times, yeah.
Well,
And
there we go.
anyway, no
Thanks, Raya.
consequences came with that. So
How about now we go and find somewhere nice to eat because we have money?
I think that's a great idea. Good idea, Blue. Let's find somewhere nice to eat. Anyone been here before? No? First time? That's great.
Yeah.
Yes, we have. And I'll show you guys the best place I know.
The oily Grombus.
The Oily Grombus.
Don't
hard
talk to me
to
until
there's
I
a decent bite
have,
to eat.
have my Grombus meal.
I don't want to do service to your brand.
What the hell?
Oh, we're just doing a bit. Don't
Okay,
listen to us.
I was gonna say like, I don't actually like want to do that if it's not going to like.
You don't want to go to the oily. Freya
Yeah.
would hate the oily.
I am having a hard time currently believing there's anything decent to eat here.
What? No. This place
Freya
has to
is
be
a rich bitch.
We're on a burned up wharf where there's one building and no people. It's in shambles.
Well, let's move to a less scary wharf.
Yeah.
There might be other places. I don't know.
Yeah, one of the ones that's closer to the diners and stuff.
There's got to be like a downtown Raya.
Yeah, we've been there.
There,
I don't know if you remember it. You were really drunk.
you've been to downtown Raya, and you are also familiar with a handful of locations. The Lantern's Lie, Blackwake Brew, the Amber Coil, and the Gold Glove.
What was that?
It's a joke for
Is that
me,
an
and
OJ
just for
ref?
me.
The gold glove?
Uh-uh.
If it fits, you must acquit.
Which one's the second fancy?
No, we're going the fanciest one.
Okay.
If you're going for the fanciest one, that would be the Amber Coil. It's a quiet spot in one of the nicer parts of town, not too far from like the main thoroughfare of shops. And yeah, that would require you'd probably, unless you want to walk through the Black Wharf, you'd probably want to take the boat and sail it over to the main harbor.
Yeah, we'll redock.
After all,
Yeah,
we love
we're
town.
gonna fuck up the Amber Coil like we're theater kids in a Denny's at midnight.
No, at my high school it was Perkins.
At our high
It
school,
was
it was
my- it was
Friendlies
Perkins
where
at
I
mine.
worked.
Friendlies.
Where I worked, and you all would skip out on the checks. You rowdy
You all, I did 3 shows,
You were there.
and I paid for every single
I know
bite
you
of
did. You weren't one of the
Monster
rowdy.
Mash that I ate.
You weren't one of the rowdy
Listen.
ragamuffins. All right. You
Tipping
all.
out on a bill is crazy.
Oh, they did it all the time. You all head towards downtown Raya, which has. Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
17.
I think I've rolled above a 5 twice this session.
Is this one of those times?
No.
17 as well for me.
16.
Life is sweet.
Sweet 16.
Oh, I thought you were singing the theme song of 16 from Cartoon Network.
Nope. I don't even know what that is.
You're singing a variation of 15 by Taylor Swift.
We were all on different pages.
Big time. I didn't catch any of that. As you all start to kind of you dock the Ratmobile, you head off. Your coin purse is much fatter from your recent work, and you start to kind of make your way through the city of Raya from the main docks. It does cost you about 25 gold to dock the Ratmobile in one of the nicer wharfs. But as you begin to make your way through, it kind of sprawls out like a drunken child's sketch of a city, or like someone who's really bad at city skylines. There's really no type of grid structure. The streets start to overlap, and you can see.
Boston.
Yeah, exactly. It is a lot like that. Or it's like the city of Oklahoma City, which was founded by boomers and Sooners, people who went were supposed to wait around the territory that was. I'm not gonna. You guys should look it up. It's really cool, very cool story. It's where the term boomers and Sooners come
You
from.
would be into urban planning.
Yeah. And it was because the army was going to sound a cannon when it was time to settle. But people went before the boom Sooners and settled beforehand, and the boomers waited for the cannon. Boomer Sooner. Um, there are so like what you can see is that a lot of the kind of second level catwalk that extends through the city that's been built along the ruins of the old Imperial city. Um, Kind of some of them step down and create kind of second and third or fourth levels above the main thoroughfare, and the streets crisscross. It's really you get the sense that the city of Raya has been built up since the revolution, where it's just been whoever can get to a specific place and build it up with things that they find, they do so. There is no like large structure for where things have been built, but you're kind of walking through these very smoke and steam choked alleys cluttered with hawkers shouting in a lot of different dialects. There's a mix of Chiadonian and Common, but there's also like quite a bit of Elvish and Dwarvish and Gif. There are quite a lot of Gif. You kind of have to push through a tight alley where like two Gif are walking side by side, babbling with one another, and you can't really understand what they're saying. Um,
Except me, because I speak GIF.
you understand that they're talking about the latest C9 race that's due to start in the next 2 weeks and is coming through Riot. Which you would know is the Circuit of the Nine, also known as the place where they ride Skiros through very complex natural phenomenal tracks. Um, there are as you're kind of walking through this main ward of the city, everything smells like copper and citrus peel, gun oil, and salt and pepper. It's just like just a lot of things that are crossing your nostrils. um, you walk through this kind of open air market, and somebody tries like, buttons, milady, buttons, milady. They stick it out in front of you, Freya, and there's just a lot of gold and silver jacket buttons, but some of them glitter with like glitter and gemstones. Buttons, 5 for a set, 5 for a set. Any interest?
Hey, you want some buttons? I'll buy you some buttons.
Why would I mean this without offense? Why would I need buttons?
That's right. You grew up rich.
The
Forgot.
the
What?
page the person that said to
I didn't
hold
say
your
that.
clothes together,
That's a
milady,
joke for me.
or to press them if you'd like.
You're a tailor?
No.
Didn't you just say you could hem and press my clothes?
No. I said you could hold your clothes together with a button. Move
Oh,
along.
I
I've got
was
other people to
hallucinating.
sell to. Buttons, my lord. Buttons for you. 6 for a set. 6 for a set.
No, thank you. Don't need any buttons.
All right.
We move on.
They're very pretty buttons, though.
No. I want to talk to this button lady for a half hour.
She's joining our crew.
you all walk through another.
Yeah, Kiki's out. Button lady.
you walk through and can you guys remind me of your
Brett's banging the button lady.
perception checks?
Can we call you buttons?
17.
16. Evan also got a
17.
Okay. Everyone but Rat, who's just too busy talking to Kiki. You catch a couple of things as you're walking through. There is a rooftop bar that you're walking underneath, and you can catch this kind of like trio of people singing on top of it. But they're singing about a choir. Like they are actively singing about a choir. They're talking about the choir's hymn and how the choir's hymn saved us all. They keep saying that over and over again. And as you're kind of listening to it, you kind of look up as you're listening, and you can hear that they're talking about the choir's hymn that that pulled the empire down. The hymn pulled down the empire, and from the hymn, Raya was built, a free city. You do also see the people that kind of fly above the city on the first time you've ever seen a ship like this that are shaped like kind of manta rays with mechanical wings that kind of very slowly beat to soar through the sky. A lot of people are watching you, not really with suspicion, but the three of you are keen that like as you walk around, people like look at you and they're kind of sizing you up. And Rat leads you kind of down the tight alley of corroded brick. And you again see a lot of like the Trinity symbols kind of blacked out, and you consistently see the crest of Azaleus. And as this kind of like very pungent, like ammonia smell hits you, you arrive at this kind of like reliquary type building, almost like a chapel that has been like a Cheatin chapel that has been replaced. So there's kind of a twisted tower of old stone that rises up and has been built back up again with brass scaffolding. And there's a lot of golden piping that circles the observatory tower down to the bottom of the doorway with two like horns. And as you step over the threshold of the building into the reliquary, an organ tone plays through the coil that wraps around like a om as you pass into the space. And you can see that the kind of like pass through these like amber doors, and the room inside is very nice. It's very pleasant. There's burgundy carpets that extend into a conversation pit where most of the tables of the coil are set up. There's no freestanding bar. You can actually see that this is like more of a tried and true restaurant, where there are servers going around in black pinstripe pants and white tops with charms around their neck that end in kind of like bejeweled sapphires. And they walk around, but as soon as you enter into the space, a man twists around from where the organ is clearly positioned, and they're clearly standing up from the organ, and they bow to you gently as you walk into the amber coil. A good day, mesdames and monsieurs. Welcome to the Amber Coil, Raya's most famed dining establishment. Table for 5, is it?
Yeah.
Terrific.
Thank you.
We would be most pleased to seat you this evening. If you'd please follow me, would you appreciate the table with a view of the city?
Yeah, absolutely.
Terrific. If you'd please follow me. And they lead you up a small staircase that takes you up to a second landing in a bay window where there's a small kind of bench that's set up against the window so that your back should be to the window, and then a table, and then 2 chairs on the other side. And they start to lay out a handful of menus for you. The city of Raya and the Amber Coil welcomes you. Is this your first time in our fair revolutionary city?
Nah, I've been here lots of times.
Well, welcome back, sir. You've no doubt experienced our patronage before. For the rest of you?
My first
I've been
time.
here
yes.
once.
No, never been here.
Ah, terrific, terrific. Well, our fair city welcomes you. If I can be of any service to you while you're in our fair city, please don't hesitate to reach. I will be your maitre d' for the evening. Your server Christian will be with you momentarily. If there's anything I can get you started with in the meantime, I'd be more than happy to procure drinks for you all.
And what's your name?
My name has been Alberto.
Alberto. Good to meet you. And you're taking drink orders right now?
Yes, sir.
Could you just bring me like 3 mojitos right away? I mean, mojitos like right away.
Of course,
And a
sir.
whiskey and grenadine.
Whiskey and grenadine for the lady.
Whiskey grenadine, terrific. 3 mojitos for you, milady.
What do you have for white wines on offer?
We have a wonderful sweet wine, a Moscato.
That sounds lovely. I will take a glass, please.
Terrific. And for you, sir.
Do you have any dwarven scotch?
A man with fine taste. I have a 60-year-old barrel-aged in mahogany cask that I believe that you would like quite finely.
I've been able to afford it before, yeah, absolutely.
Much obliged, sir. Well, I'll get those drinks for you straight away, and I'll return momentarily. But please peruse the menu at your leisure, and I'll return shortly. And he leaves you there at the table. From here, you do have a very keen sense of the city proper, and you can see that it stretches out for quite some distance. But you get the sense that you are in one of the more upscale wards at the moment, just based on the quality of the architecture and the type of people that you see walking around outside.
Place is, I think, the fanciest place we've ever been, right?
Looking at the menu, that is absolutely true, where there isn't a single meal for less than 15 gold.
Really makes you miss mozzarella sticks, right?
I always miss mozzarella sticks.
So
But
good.
here the mozzarella sticks are really, really fancy.
I don't think they even serve them.
No, they do, but
No,
they're
they just
kind of
call
like
them something
they're
else.
like deconstructed. Like they put like the breading on the side. You kind of have to make them yourself, and then you kind of
Oh,
you like put it in a hot pot in the middle.
let me see. Yep, there it is. A play on mozzarella. Found it.
Yep. Yeah.
Well,
It's
it's
pretty
like,
good.
no, it's like that baked cheese stuff, you know? Ever had those?
You mean
They have
Gouda?
them at that.
do you mean
What?
cheese?
Do you mean
Just like
No, it's
cheese?
like the cheese, like the baked cheese, the stuff that they have at the Madison Farmers Market at the with the free sandwich.
oh, the cooked cheese that comes in the little cubes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Well, no, it doesn't come. It's like a slab of cheese, but they come.
Yeah, but they cut it into cubes at the farmer's market.
So
And
The
it's like the
fucking
grilling
fantastic.
cheese.
there is a menu with a handful of listings, obviously, but there is, Freya, your attention is kind of pulled to the bottom, where it has a note that says if you state your intention to the waiter, they will serve you based on your intention versus what you order.
What? Based on vibes? What does that mean?
Fascinating. Well,
What if my intention's to eat good food?
I think we should, I mean, everybody should do what they want, but I'm going to order based off of intention.
What does that mean?
No idea.
Okay, I'll
I'll
do that
tell
too.
Cristiano when he comes around.
Yeah, we're gonna order based off intention.
I have an upstairs neighbor who's so loud, all like yelling every day, and I just heard her go.
God, what a mood.
Anyway, sorry.
As you are waiting for your drinks, a very sharply dressed, so the black pinstripe slacks, the white button up, all the way up to the top button, and they've added like a small, very minuscule burgundy bow tie to match the carpet of the amber coil, along with the sapphire charm they have around their neck. Um, about a half dozen piercings on their ears and one in their nose, and their head is completely shaved, and then they've rolled up the sleeves of their shirt to reveal that they have a shifting tattoo. So their tattoo is like moving up and down on their arms, kind of a snake that's
It's the bear
constantly.
Carmi.
What's that?
I said it's the bear Carmi, except you have not described it like the bear Carmi at all.
Oh no, this is the waiter, and the snake is kind of like actively moving up and down their arm. I think, good evening, senores and senoritas. I am Cristiano, and I am so pleased to be your server this evening. Welcome to Raya. I understand for some of you it is the first time, and we could not be more thrilled that you have decided to join us here. Now,
Chris, I have a very important question.
yes.
How hot is Cristiano?
Ooh, 15. The light, the very cool and amber light inside, kind of reflecting off of their head in a very soft and approachable way. I'd be more than happy to guide you through the menu, to give you the sense and sensibilities that you will achieve as you are dining with us here at the Amber Coil. But I understand that you have already ordered drinks, and before I can even begin to serve you, I must know. Why have you come to our fair city? I love to learn everything there is to know about my guests.
Just cause.
Honestly, the first time we've ever really had money. Most of us.
Yeah, we're kind of like a found family type deal. We all came here, just tourists.
Tourists in our fair city. So recently, on the eve of our great conquest over the dreaded Imperium, we are so grateful that you have decided to fund us with your tourism dollars because Raya needs your support. It is a great and very gracious effort that you have decided to come and visit us here at the Amber Coil, one of our finest establishments. It brings me so much joy to see people coming to our city and enjoying the sights, the sounds, and most importantly, the cuisines. As you would theoretically indulge in some of the wonderful menu items that we have today, including a candied fig served in an inaudible box where all sound has been removed. Or perhaps you would like the duck tartare, served on top of a plate that is scalding as the stars above, to keep it perfectly seared from the moment it touches your mouth. Of course, you can
What is
also
the
tell me your intention, and I will gladly serve you whatever is top of mind.
What does that mean?
Me, Nolan is really confused by the fig has to be served in a soundproof box.
Well, what does it mean to be served with intention? And he's going to come around and place his hands on the back of your chair, Blue. May I place my hands on the back of your shoulders?
Sure.
And they place just like the gentlest hands on your shoulders.
Oh
And you
god,
feel
me stuff is
you feel
uncomfortable.
so at peace. To be served with intention is to let us know what you would like to accomplish in the city of Raya, what you wish to, your hopes and your dreams for beyond it, and I will ensure that you have a meal that could take you there.
Okay. This sounds great. What are my intentions?
Perhaps I could also recommend the Echo Onion Tart that will remind you of the best meal you ever had, no matter what it was.
You guys just have like a burger?
You don't even have to make an insight check. Christian is very offended. If that is your intention.
Like a really good burger.
It's the menu. We can do a cheeseburger.
How would you like that cooked?
Well done.
Yeah!
Kick him out. Kick him out of the restaurant.
No,
Party.
my uncle used to make a burger like that. They were never very good, but it reminds me of home.
Christian's face kind of softens a bit. Then if we can give you a memory of home, that is all that we will do. Perhaps then the onion tart on the side.
Knock yourself out.
Terrific. Do any of you else have things for Christian, or do you give them your order?
I start sucking on the straws for all 3 mojitos at once.
I'm going to order with intention. And what
I want to
will say
order with
Christian-
attention.
And
Steph,
what,
you could go first.
pray tell, are your intentions?
I would like all of my friends to be friends.
A very just and noble cause for a just and noble lady. For yourself.
Well, Christian, much like your fair city, tonight I would like to celebrate freedom, rebellion, and finding one's own happiness.
Rat's gonna flash Freya a look that's like,
What?
nice. Sorry, continue.
Understood. That is something we can make happen. And for you, fair sir.
I would like to explore new goals in life.
It is good for all of us to keep learning and bettering ourselves. If your intention is to grow, then grow you shall here. Terrific. I will place your orders with the chef and all due haste. But for now, enjoy your drinks, the sights of our fair city, and if there is anything that the amber coil can do for you, please call Christian.
Kiki, are you gonna eat?
Kiki will also. She is like staring at this happening. He's like, I don't know what the fuck it means to order with intention, but I'll take the seared sunfruit. And like snap the menu shut and hold it up to Christian. For the lady, of course. And Christian will depart the table.
Well, and I'm gonna take all 3 of the mojitos at once and kind of like group them up in as like one big drink. And I'm gonna like hold them up and I'm gonna go. I'd like to propose a toast to all of us. One big job done. We all got paid, and it went off without a hitch. Good job, everybody.
Yay!
Clink, clink, clink,
Yep.
clink, clink.
Cheers.
Without a hitch.
So what's next?
Well,
Do we
I
have another
guess,
job lined up?
nothing lined up, but we can find something. Maybe
Okay.
stick around here for a little while longer. How does everyone
We
feel
could go
about?
find. We could go find a job board or something.
Yeah. You always got boards for jobs.
Chris, I'd like to ask a lore question.
Who
What
do you want
kind
to ask?
of... I want to ask God,
Oh, okay.
because it's a question that Freya might know the answer to. What kind of reputation do the followers of Azaleus have, specifically within the Empire?
Middle as hell.
You would know that the followers of Azaleus are deeply hated in the Empire. But you would also know that pretty much the followers of anybody that is not the Trinity, as the Edict of the Trinity is deeply rooted in Imperial teachings, that there are only 3 gods that matter. And anything outside of that is heresy. I will also
Azaleus
say
being a
what
god
you
of
noticed.
rebellion also
Sorry for the
probably...
tree. I did forget to notice this. Mention this. That the 3 of you that were so Blue, Freya, and Argus. You also noticed a symbol that you did not notice more than anything, like, or rather that you did not recognize more than anything, and it was it looks almost like a singing mermaid. So there is like water, and then a siren underneath the waves, singing up at the waves, and you saw that painted on flags, on walls, and they're all beautiful and different renditions of it, and are done in like a lot of different artful ways. But they all and like people clearly experiment with styles to portray this vision and this scene. But they are all of the same general je ne sais quoi of a siren singing under the waves.
I'm going to lean forward and just whisper under my breath. I think by spending money here, we might be supporting terrorism.
Terrorism takes a lot of forms, Freya. Sometimes it's okay.
Well, then they're not
Honestly, there's
terrorists,
no
they're
ethical
freedom
consumption
fighters.
under capitalism.
Blue, pointedly astute.
It's also a matter of perspective, really. You just have right
Sure.
to do.
What makes you
Why?
say that exactly?
Well, mostly the fact that lots of buildings where, the wharf was all burned up and they're blatant followers of Azaleus, who's, not the friendliest god.
What?
You
He's,
can't judge people based on what God they follow. Oh,
you
that's like racism.
absolutely can and should judge people based on which gods they follow.
Well, I mean, every god has certain aspects, so you don't have to worship all of the aspects of a god, you know?
Yeah.
Sure. It's just sometimes, listen, like I said, I'm all about freedom and finding one's own happiness, but sometimes Azalea people can get a little carried away.
I mean,
Where the
I
hell
think
are
it's
you from?
fine.
A colony in the
Which one?
Empire,
Which one?
Alderaan.
That's not a real place.
It absolutely is. I'm sorry. Do you know every single world in the Empire?
Yes.
Now
There's
that
a
it's
map.
being brought up again, can I insight check?
Can I also insight check?
Yes. There's literally a map on Rat's ship of the Empire.
Oh, that's true. I don't look at
I've
that thing
never heard
much.
of it.
Chris, I definitely would not be stupid enough to literally just make up a name if I knew the name of an Imperial colony.
You have a map that you can look at, and we can say that you said Nicolastad
I got a
instead.
21.
Yes, instead of
Well,
Alderaan.
I'm from Nicolastad, not Alderaan, of course.
Oh,
Uh,
okay.
she's definitely not telling the whole truth. With a 21, you are able to tell that. While you all are talking, Christian does bring over your meals. He places the burger down in front of you. It looks like a perfectly fine burger, charred to perfection on the inside, and then a small plate with a delicate little tart folded over in different sides, with just a peak of an onion flower poking through. I highly recommend that you eat the onion tart first and then the burger.
Thank you.
I promise you that it will be good.
Before anybody else even gets their food, I just take the biggest bite of my burger.
Okay. Christian again, like, okay, it doesn't say anything, but it is a delicious burger.
He's the
I do-
Italian waiter when they see somebody.
Right, with the Parmesan. For you, the lady who would like all the friends in the world. He places down a small bowl of like fire roasted vegetables on top of a bed of noodles. Homey, heartwarming, a dish that anyone can make, but not quite like the amber coil. He then turns to you, Freya, and places a dish with a kind of like
A cake shaped like titties.
no, it's like they're all like impossibly thin, like almost like crab rangoon, where there's like puffed up, almost like fried rice paper, and
Sure.
they're tied on strings, and they are actively levitating and floating off of the plate. And on the plate are 3 dishes of dipping sauces. And he goes, "For the lady who wishes to feel freedom. They might float away if you are not too careful, but these are a chef's personal creation of rice paper fried at the instant of a very cold temperature, so that they float and levitate. I assure you, it will taste like freedom. And for the Lord, who wishes to try new things and have new goals. Um, and you have this kind of like similar where it's a bowl of noodles, but they are strung up in a geometric shape. It's like deconstructed spaghetti. And the meatballs and sauce are kind of like in the middle, like a nucleus, and the spaghetti has been strung around like a
Atomic spaghetti.
exactly
Non-Euclidean spaghetti.
atomic spaghetti. Um, and then he comes in with this little like vial and he goes, "New things." And he squirts the vial over the spaghetti, and you just hear this faint
It's liquid magic.
he goes, as the droplets drop onto the plate. He goes, and then he like puts the seared starfruit in front of Kiki. "Enjoy. If we need anything at all, please. I am Christian." And then he steps away, and you can see that he continues to watch from afar.
I'm letting everybody try my soup.
It's not soup; it's noodles.
My noodles.
Blue dumps a mojito in the
All of
noodles.
you who
Yeah,
try, all of you
I'm
who try
sleeping now.
all of you who try Blue's noodles feel warm in your belly. Like upon first bite, it is a delicious pasta of roasted vegetables and basil and herbs. And all of you receive a +2 bonus to any checks involving charisma for the next day. Um, Argus, eating your neutronic spaghetti, you can choose any intelligence-based skill to have to double your proficiency bonus for the next day. You feel bright-minded and smarter as you dine upon this noodle. Um, Rat gets no bonuses at all because he didn't order with intention. And Freya, as you bite into the first balloon of fried, chill fried rice paper, you feel as though you are flying. Like your stomach kind of like rises up. It's like probably what fizzy lifting juice feels like, and you have the condition of feather fall for the next 24 hours. So you will take no fall damage.
It's pretty good food.
Good soup.
It's good
All
soup.
right. This feels like an appropriate place for us to stop for the evening as you all are dining in the Amber Coil on Raya.
And another one of Rat's exes walks in. It's a cliffhanger.
No cliffhangers this time. One might even say this is the completion of a milestone as you all level up to level 4. Don't roll your eyes. This is
Wow,
session 7.
It feels like I've gained
It's
3
session
levels.
7. We're gonna be doing this for like 2 years.
Yeah, and the level ups get further and further apart the higher up you go.
Whatever.
I think this one's fine.
You're the boss.
I
You're
think
the
it-
boss.
No one hates leveling up.
No one
I
hates
kind
leveling
of
up for
do,
some
yes.
reason.
I kind of do, yeah.
You've completed a lot of tasks, and that is where
Like
we will
3.
end thing. Yeah, and you're level 3. Now you're level 4.
Here, I'll take your level. If you
Yeah,
don't want
really.
your level.
And that is where we will end things. And we appreciate you tuning in to Nat20Hot. This is your first time. You can find all of our previous episodes on youtube.com/@Nat20Hot. We will be back next Wednesday. at 8 Eastern, 7 Central for another exciting edition as the party picks things up on Raya. We thank you for tuning in, and as always, hope you have a wonderful week ahead and a wonderful weekend. We'll see you next week. So long, Space Cowboys.
Bye, space.
See you later,
Space.
Space
Bye,
Bye,
Cowboys.
Space.